Hi, friends. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to yet another vlog. We have no idea where we're going to end up, but we will definitely have fun along the way. I'm sitting in front of Food Lion. It is my lunch hour. I just picked up my, I guess I'm going to say my lunch because I did bring some leftover fish, but I'm kind of thinking I don't want fish today because I had fish last night. And I really, really love the chicken fingers that they sell here. I did get me some cherries. A fun fact about me, I love cherries. Cherries is one of my favorite fruits to eat, and I will literally eat a whole pound at one sitting. I will. I love them just that much. I like the spicy chicken strips. Oh, they're so good here. And I like now that they put them in that little container because that makes it a little bit easier. Whereas they used to have them in the bag and sometimes the bag would drip and all that kind of stuff. But I like that they have them in that little container. I'm getting ready to head back over to work. I'm going to have my lunch. I may sit outside after I eat. The video that went live this morning was my time with my friend Charlotte here over the weekend. I did not vlog very much. I'm so sorry. I had all the intentions in the world to vlog. I just didn't get it done. I really, really, really like to make sure that I spend the time that is needed with my friends or my family whenever I am with them. And so, whenever that happens, sometimes you get somewhat kicked to the curb, which I feel bad because I want to share certain things, but then at the same time, like I said, I don't really want to put too much out there. We're going to kind of drive and talk. Yeah, so anyway, it was a great time. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed every moment of it. It is just so funny how like, I've known Charlotte for a long time. Now that I live here in Myrtle Beach, I feel like we've gotten closer than what we were when we were in San Antonio. I think because our time is so untouched here versus when we were in San Antonio, there was always a mission doing hair, doing nails, or things like that. Because I used to do her hair for her sometimes, I do her nails for her sometimes. So I think a lot of times our visits were just a mission. Not that we didn't really like each other or care for each other, it was just these things were being done. And so it would kind of take away from us just being together and being together as friends. Whereas here, that's all we're doing is we're just fellowshipping and being friends, and that has just been awesome. So I've just truly loved it, and I've loved the fact that she and James have great conversation. Like the last night that she was here, we sat at the table and had our seafood boil, and we just talked. All three of us just had the best conversation that one could ever imagine having. It was just nice. So I'm just so grateful for friendship. I finally made it back into the apartment gym. It had been a while, quite a while, actually. I have truly, truly enjoyed getting up at 4:30 in the morning, having my private time in my guest bedroom on my treadmill. But I wanted to push myself. I wanted to push myself a little bit harder. I wanted to accomplish some things that I guess I can honestly say I needed to accomplish in order to have the weight loss that I want. So today I went in for the all famous 12-3-30. And honestly, I didn't think I would make it. I thought I would have to stop at about 20. And I legit told myself, if I can just make it to 20, I'll be okay. But I did the full 12-3-30. Now, I may pay hard for it tomorrow, but today I feel it a major success. Hi, friends. Today is Wednesday. It is hump day. I'm sitting outside of the workplace, just enjoying the warmth in the air, which is so funny because everyone inside my job, right across the way, right there, is complaining about how hot it is. And it feels wonderful. I don't know what the temperature is, but I'm going to look and I'm going to post it. Now, I know some of you northerners are going to say, it is hot. Yes, I'm sure for you it is. But for me, it feels wonderful. I'm sitting out here. I just ate my lunch inside and I walked out here to film my OOTD for you all today while I'm out here enjoying this beautiful day. I actually finished off my chicken tenders, which they're so good. They're even better the second day. Before I share with you all my OOTD, I wanted to share with you all a little experience that I had over the weekend. I want to reference this to how wonderful God can be when He sends that messenger to deliver the message that we need to hear. Think about that for a minute. All of us can think of a time when we didn't feel so good about whatever it is, whether it's our weight, our the outfit that we have on, the way our hair looks that day, the color of our hair, you're not feeling your most positive about. Can be going about your day feeling some type of a way, then along will come someone, and that someone is going to deliver the message straight from God. Over the weekend, I had two incidences that happened, and I feel it very fitting that I share these incidents with you all because, as you all know, I often say sometimes, or most of the time, even when I pick up my camera to vlog or to just have a simple little chit chat with you all, I open my mouth and I just speak from the cuff. I allow God to give me the words that I need to say. That being said, I'm doing that right now. I've shared with you all so often about my comes and goes of my hair. Some days I'm loving it, and some days I'm almost in tears. I look at it and I just think, oh, what it would be like to have the old hair back, the old me again. I'm only human, and it's a natural way to feel. I tend to find that I feel that way mostly when I am around my friends. Like when Charlotte came in town and her hair looked so cute. She had gotten her hair done. She had some tracks put in and it was really cute. I started thinking about when I would go and get my hair done and I'd have the braids put in and I just loved it, or the twist put in, and I just loved getting my hair done that way. And I never shared it with her, but for that brief moment when I picked her up at the airport, I'm looking at her thinking how beautiful she looks. Never once thinking that I'm not beautiful, but just for a brief second, a moment of feeling I just miss what I had before. Fast forward to Saturday when she and I were out shopping. We were in H&M, saw this lady, and I saw she had braids, she had her hair pulled up, but she had white hair at the root. She had her hair, the braids were in black, and you could see white running through them, and she had it all pulled up. And I remember looking at her thinking, oh my God, that is so beautiful. I love her hair. For a brief moment, I had that thought of what it would look like if I did that to my hair. I was thinking that within myself, she said to me, I love your hair. We got on the subject of talking about our hair, and she mentioned that her sister was a breast cancer survivor, and her sister basically had the same circumstance that I did where the hair came in white. But I think if I remember correctly, I think she said her sister's hair ended up changing colors and it went a different color later. Just kind of chatted back and forth. She's letting hers go completely white because they were there on vacation. She decided to get the braids put in, and her hairstylist wanted to do the white braids, and she said no, I want the black and I want my white hair to be braided within the black hair. I wanted it to look a lot more natural. Like if James and I go on vacation, I could do that. I could totally get braids and do it the way she did. I'd share with her that sometimes I have my little moments about my hair being all white, that how that transition, my hair coming back, was definitely something that was a little bit harder than most people could imagine. Doesn't mean that you're not grateful, all the things. Like you already know that story from me. So I was sharing that with her. And then we both laughed at the same time and said, isn't it amazing how God will put that person in your path to speak on his behalf, to say his words, to say what he knows your heart desires to hear. That happened, made me feel so much better in the moment. Fast forward, we went into Ross to look around a little bit, and I saw this young girl, and I used to have a neighbor. Her name was Cheyenne. Beautiful little girl. At the time, I want to say she was probably around 16. We lived in our house in San Antonio. And I mean, when I tell you this little girl was beautiful, and I see this little girl in Ross, and I immediately think of my old neighbor, Cheyenne. She was the same size Cheyenne was at that time. Charlotte explained to me it's the cat look. People are steady going by. Like I'm literally sitting on the side of the road within the village, of course. But anyway, Charlotte explained to me it was the cat look. It's where they have the little black on their nose and they do little black speckles on their face. I don't want to butcher it. I hope I'm not saying it completely wrong, but I'm gonna call it the cat look because I think that's what Charlotte called. And I see her and I'm looking at her and I can tell like she's got the piercing, she's got the oversized pants on. You can tell that she's got her own thing going. I want to stop right now and say I never judge people by what they choose to do to themselves or to clothes that they wear because I feel that to each their own. Now, would it be something I would do? No, it wouldn't. But I'm not in a place where I can tell you or anybody else what they should or should not do. Have I ever looked at somebody and wondered, now, what on earth made you do that? Yes, I have. I'm not going to lie. A few moments later, we're over by the fitting room. See her again. She looks over at me. I don't have very many young people that compliment me on my hair, but I do have them occasionally. And I just wonder what their thoughts are when they do compliment me on my hair. She told me that my hair was beautiful. When she told me that my hair was beautiful, I turned to her and I said, you know what? You are so beautiful. I noticed you from afar and I told her the whole story about how she reminded me of my neighbor, blah, blah, blah. She did her hand like this, like she kind of went like that. Now, that was an odd moment. But then her aunt said to me, she doesn't think she's pretty. And I looked at her. I said, my God, honey, you are absolutely beautiful. She kind of like tucked her head down and she did this little thing. And I thought, what on earth? The aunt did explain apparently this little girl's mother was very abusive to her birth mom. And her birth mom told her she looked like a dog. First of all, I want to say to the mom who said that, eat your words, honey, because you might be the dog. And I don't mean it the way it just came out, but for someone to tell their child that they look like a dog, how dare you? How dare you? An innocent child. You've marked this child for life. Needless to say, the aunt now has custody of the child. The mother gave up her rights, but it's a battle to make this child feel or think that she's beautiful. At that moment, I walked over to the little girl, put my arms around her, and I told her, I said, honey, I want to tell you something. You are beautiful. Don't let anybody in this world tell you anything otherwise. And when someone looks at you and says something negative, call you ugly or call you out of your name, you look back at them and you use the famous word, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. She started to cry. I hugged her and I said, honey, it's going to be okay. Her aunt took her and they walked around and they calmed her down. And later on, I ran into them again. My friend Charlotte is now talking to them. At that time, she had no idea of the conversation that I had just had with her. And she was basically almost having not the same conversation, but a similar in that Charlotte has a granddaughter that dresses or do the cat thing, and that her granddaughter has the ears even. Okay, I keep thinking ants are crawling on me. But it's just interesting how we both were having a conversation with this young lady, basically us sharing with her how beautiful we think that she is. Later on, of course, I explained to Charlotte what had happened, and Charlotte had no idea. We both again said, isn't it amazing what God will do? God will put that person in your path the moment that you need them to be. And it's just so beautiful. Now, I don't know what's going to happen to this little girl, and I hope and pray that she is able to get past those horrible things that her mom said. There's other things that they're dealing with, and I don't know what they are, but I pray that this young girl can get past whatever damage has been done to her. Before I get up and show you my OOTD, I just want to share with you my thoughts on how beautiful we all are in our own way. I have a gap in my teeth that I didn't have until after breast cancer. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get it fixed. I'm probably going to have to get implants, and there's a lot going on with that. Okay. Pardon that brief interruption. One of the homeowners. We all have our little insecurities. And like I said, I have this gap. I would love it for it to be gone. I'm probably going to need dental implants at some point or another. I'm probably going to lose probably all of my bottom teeth, and I'm probably going to have a full dental implant on my bottom teeth. It scares me. I was seeing a dentist back in San Antonio. We were coming to that conclusion pretty much. It's going to be expensive and all the things. I can openly say that it's an insecurity that I have because I know that there is someone else that have similar insecurity. We all are going through something. When you see somebody on the street, don't be hesitant to pay them a compliment. Don't be hesitant to say something positive to someone. Just think of yourself when you're looking at other people and think about your insecurities, how you would want people to show up for you. We are the person that we are right now. Our perfect imperfections or the way that he made us. Anyway, I'm going to get up and show you my outfit. Because I was running out of time, I decided to do a voiceover for my OOTD. Please enjoy the words on the screen to see what I'm wearing. I really tried to have better lighting, but I just couldn't figure out where to set the camera. If you made it this far and haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so now. Turn on your notifications. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you are a returning subscriber, you already know the love I feel for you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. I need your help to get the 2 videos on the screen to over